A follow-up now to our West 2 Investigates report on the state's red light camera program.
Since its inception in 2010, drivers in Florida have paid nearly $1.3 billion in fines for more than 8 million red light camera violations.
Tonight, West 2 News investigative reporter Greg Fox shows us where the money goes and why that funding is starting to dry up.
Orange County, including 6 of its cities, have 136 red light camera locations, 1/4 of the cameras across the state. They capture videos and photos of people running red lights and their license tags to send $158 notices of violation to registered owners.
If you want to watch the video, we can do it standing here now. And if you would like to have a hearing, we're just going to already have watched the video.
You can challenge the fine in court and risk paying more if you lose. Michael Coman learned he could avoid points on his license if he just paid it, and he did, calling it a good lesson.
People need to also make sure they're driving better to where they're not crossing red light cameras.
Since the red light camera program was launched in July 2010, the state has collected $670 million and local governments $606 million, a staggering $1.28 billion. Here's where the state money has gone. $565 million to general revenue for transportation projects, $81 million to 22 Level 1 trauma centers, and $24 million to the Miami Center to Cure Paralysis. After paying red light camera vendors, cities and counties use what's left to fund road and pedestrian safety improvements. Orange County says it's about $3 million a year.
We will never know how many lives these cameras have saved.
Melissa Wandel fought for the red light camera law, named for her husband, Mark. He was killed in a red light running crash in 2003. She believes the program is preventing red light running and generating money to improve safety and care for victims of collisions.
We don't want more people to die. We don't want more people to be seriously injured. We need to drive down heartache out on our roadways.
But not every city and county that started out with red light camera programs has stuck with them. In Central Florida, a dozen local governments have taken these cameras off the poles. Some have cited driver complaints of inconsistent enforcement or that the money left after paying vendors leaves little to invest in traffic safety. A West 2 Investigates review of state records shows at its peak in 2014, the state had 82 red light camera programs. This year, it's down to 39, a drop of 52%. And revenue is declining. In 2018, red light camera revenue topped $122 million. Last year, it was $95 million, down 22%. But Orlando and Orange County, the 2 largest local red light camera programs, say the cameras are staying.
The camera program is not going anywhere.
Ray Rodriguez says Orlando may expand its program, and he says driver complaints have declined.
Where before it was a lot more hostile. Now people understand, hey, you know what, this is something that is part of transparency.
Gerald Marks tells us Orange County is considering adding cameras.
As part of the evaluation, we'll look and see what the numbers tell us. And if so, we'll take it to our Board of County Commissioners to see in which direction they want to move with that.
For now, Orange and Osceola counties and 7 local cities are using these cameras to keep eyes on red light runners. Greg Fox, West 2 News.
Orange County, including 6 of its cities, have 136 red light camera locations, 1/4 of the cameras across the state. They capture videos and photos of people running red lights and their license tags to send $158 notices of violation to registered owners. You can challenge the fine in court and risk paying more if you lose. Michael Coman learned he could avoid points on his license if he just paid it, and did, calling it a good lesson. People need to also make sure they are driving better to where they are not crossing red light cameras. Since the red light camera launched program back in July 2010, the state has collected $670 million fines.